So I have a simple question for you, my parents. Your 15 years old son has gone to sleep and you decide that you want to go and check his room to see if everything is properly taken care of, like the lights off, and see if he's sleeping well. And while you were about leaving, you saw a message pop up on the phone that was lying beside him. And you decide to pick to see what kind of a message could this be. And lo and behold, what you saw was delete this chat before your parents sees it. And as a parent, would you read this message that they ask your son to delete, or you will let it be? You see, this is where parenting gets more interesting. One of the reasons why you might want to read it as a normal parent is, so that by reading it, the child, you could be able to deliver the child from any problem or any dangerous problem. But there is another problem or another side to this. They might not have trust issues with you because you've read what you ought not to read. And this will not mean that any child that they don't want you to see, they will delete it. It becomes a problem. So you is this, to you parents, is it proper for parents to read their teenagers' phone? And another thing is this, when is it proper for you to draw the line in protecting your child or your teenager and also invading their privacy? Welcome to Parenting Hub with Omo, where we have real conversations on difficulty in raising our children or the difficult side in raising children.
Welcome to Parenting Hub with Omo Como, where real parenting meets real conversations.
I know as a parent, you didn't just wake up or because you are bored, you decide to start checking your teenager's phone. I know most time it comes from a way of getting worried because you've heard things, you've seen some things that is being done, sometimes cyberbullying, scam, adult pretending like children, explicit content. Even when you go to the internet, you see so many things that these young teenagers become victim of, and you are afraid my child is also surfing the internet. What should I do? Because of that, most times you see yourself searching them, trying to see what they are doing so that they don't become victim. I can understand your plight. I understand. And sometimes you see them telling them, as long as you are under my roof, I have the right to check that phone to see what you are doing. And also, you find out that you are the one that bought the phone with your money. You paid for the internet, and you also have right to access. Yes, I can understand it, but there is another side to this that you might not know that is also affecting them, and you might end up not getting the best out of your teenagers. Let me give you a scenario. Imagine somebody taking your phone and open your WhatsApp, and the person decides to be reading your WhatsApp chats in your presence. Every silly joke, every crush, every unnecessary comment you didn't want your mom and your dad or anybody to know, and every little secret you have, the person decides to be searching it and is reading it. How will you feel? Uncomfortable, annoying, seriously angry. But that is one of the things we don't believe that our teenagers can also be. Remember, they are growing and they are changing. They have secret crushes. They have silly moments. They have private discussions they have with their friends. They have some secret things they don't even want you to know. And now you decide to start looking at it. It becomes embarrassing and uncomfortable, just like you. But there is one thing we are failing to know, that you might achieve and believe that, it will not make them to be obedient. They will now understand that mommy will check my phone, daddy will check my phone at every intermittent time. But the truth is this, they learn new ways, they change. That thing that they don't want you to know, they will decide to delete it. It is what they want you to do, to know that that is what you'll be seeing. And apart from that one, it doesn't cause obedience, it just makes them more smarter. That is just it. Especially the teenagers of this generation, it makes them smarter. And when you feel, after I checked it, I no longer see anything. No, remember they can change their password. Remember they can use friends' phone. Remember that they are so good in tech that they will so confuse you, you don't even know what is actually happening in that particular phone. And that is why you have to be very careful if you must look at your teenager's phone. There is one thing a lot of us parents are mistaken when it comes to teenagers and their phone. Sometimes we feel that secrecy and privacy are the same thing. Let me tell you this for free. they are two different things. You see, your teenager trying to talk to a classmate or a friend, and you are there, you are trying to say, okay, let me see what you want to talk about. That is you invading their privacy, because they might want to talk something they don't want you to know. It is not that they are hiding it from you. She picked up that call in your presence. He picked up that call in your presence. But the only thing that child needed was the privacy for them to have their normal conversation. And you think, oh, I must know what people are talking about. Is a no-no. But when the child constantly getting afraid, holding phone, changing password all the time, and receiving some calls that whenever he or she wants to receive that call, they leave the presence of people, and you see them hiding, always fighting whenever there is a call, that becomes something else. Then you should start suspecting. That could be a secret something that they don't want you to know, and that is where you should start prying into what the child is doing. And let me tell you, searching their phone is not even the first thing to do in such a case. Follow me for more. Watch to this extent and you've not clicked that subscribe button, please do so. Like I said checking their phone is not the first response to such a case. The first thing you should do as a parent is this: build a relationship instead of surveillance. What am I saying? Make sure your child and you have a good relationship where they can open up to you. You see, when a child knows that something is wrong and they can come to me and say, mommy, somebody is threatening me in school. Daddy, I received a strange message from unknown number. Oh, daddy, this, mommy, that, or somebody is trying to do this to me, and you are there to listen, to give an advice. You find out that they will not have anything secrecy or have to hide from you. But when every report becomes, oh, somebody is threatening me in school, and the next thing is shouting, beating, yelling, and punishment, that child will not come to you. Yes, and I'm not saying that whenever the child comes to you to report, you should find the child. No, what I am saying is this: even if you must correct, you have to tell the child that, you see, because you've come to report or tell me about it, does not mean that whenever you are doing wrong, I will not speak up. With this, you start building up relationship with them. With this, you start talking. With this, they start trusting you with their word. And they know that whenever they do something or something is happening to them, they can comfortably come and meet you. And that is why you see some children, they are so open to their parents that up to their sexual life, they will still open up to them to tell them, this is what I am facing. And you see their parents coming down and you'll be wondering, what are they doing that you are not doing? And this is one of the things. They first of all build a relationship with their teenagers, then before start doing the surveillance. Like I said, it does not mean that you should find the child. When it's time for punishment, please do so. And when it's time to caution or have a conversation, you should do that. So now, I know a lot of parents will be saying, oh, should I check or I should not check? The answer is two-way dimension. Reason being that the answer can either be yes or no. What am I saying? Your child of 12 years, 10 years, lesser children or younger children that are using gadgets should be more supervised than the child, your teenager of 17, 18 and above. Why am I saying it? Because the younger ones, they don't really know what is happening. So those ones need more supervision. There you can check to see what they are doing in the internet with their gadgets. But you see, that's of the adult, the younger or the teenagers, you have to know when to. Especially you must know that when you now know the difference between privacy and secrecy, then your dependence or your supervision on your teenagers, that is the older ones, will start reducing. And one thing we should know as parents is, as they grow, they began to mature, they began to learn. Most time, what you need to do is to tell them, though I might know you need your privacy, but when I suspect something fishy, when I know you are in danger, I might decide to start checking your phones. Even if you delete that chat, I will look for a way to retrieve that chat. With this, the child knows boundary, and the child already knows that whenever something is happening, their parents will definitely check their phones. So I'm not saying don't check, but when it becomes a life-threatening event, it is important for you to check the phone. And also, when you notice that the child is changing in a way that you don't understand, then you cannot tell the child, I don't understand what is going on, but I believe it's time I should start checking your phone. And if the child deletes any chat, look for a way to recall that chat back. I hope I am making sense. And if you've not subscribed to this channel, please do so, and drop your comments too. Join me as we continue on this session. Parents will say, oh, now that you checked the phone, you were suspicious and you saw some certain things that the child is not to be doing. What should you do? Well, this is it. Maybe you found the child dating. Maybe you find the teenagers maybe doing something that he or she is not up to the level of doing that. This is where maturity now comes in. It is not the time to start shouting. Remember, they are growing and they are getting matured gradually. This is the time to start talking with the child. Oh, this is what I saw on your phone or in your phone. Why is it there? You are not up to that age. This is not the time to start condemning. And another thing you should first of all tell yourself, especially parents that have seen so many ill or negative things in their children's phone, is it dangerous or not dangerous? So you have to classify it into two. So if it is dangerous, then you need holistic method of handling it. But if it's not dangerous, then that brings you to communication. That brings you to talking to the child and also asking the child question, why such a thing happened? And it is not the time for yelling. It is not the time to start gathering family. Then when you now find out that the thing is dangerous and you cannot handle it alone, then you start involving other persons and also trying as much as possible to involve that particular child in a conversation. Let the child open up, and that is not where you start making quarrels, because if you do that, the child will be withdrawn and you might not get the truth out of it. Yes, we've seen a lot of children, parents that have seen issues like that and are taking a wrong way in handling it. They end up not having what they wanted. But those that were calm and notice that this thing is actually dangerous, you see them communicating to the child. Actually, you don't see the child just talking, because he already knows that talking is the only thing that will save, and the parents already know, and the manner of approach in which the parents are taking to handle that question. One of the reasons why we don't actually get truth from our teenager is because of the manner of approach we use in solving their problem. If we decide to start changing and start taking things in a different, whenever something happens, is it dangerous or it is not dangerous? Then when you handle it in a different way, then you start seeing results. So if you are a teenager and you are watching this video and you might be feeling, why should my parents check my phone? Let me be sincere with you. Not that they don't have anything to do. It's because of the concern they have. That is why they are doing it. And if you don't have anything to hide, why should you be angry that they are checking your phone? It is not morally right for them to check your phone secretly. But even if they want to do it, they should do it openly and let you know that your phone is going to be searched, so that you don't feel embarrassed when they see some embarrassing thing. Beforehand you can tell them, mommy, daddy, you will see some funny things, so please don't read that. I don't have anything to hide. They love you and they are trying to protect you. It might not feel comfortable for you for them doing such, but most times I believe they have the reasons for them to do it, because they've seen, they've heard, they've experienced some of the things, and they don't want you to fall victims. So now, as a parent, you might still want to ask, so should I still check my child's phone? Well, not totally right for you to do. And if you must do, please let them know, so that you don't even go and see something that is highly embarrassing. So as a parent, let me even ask you this question. Is it actually right, or is it right for you or as a parent to check your teenager's phone? Drop it in the comment section, because this particular topic is going to be very interesting, because we are going to be having different parents' opinion. And please do well to subscribe, drop a meaningful comment, and share this video to someone. This is Parenting Hub with Omo, and check my next video. Until I come your way next time, do well to stay tuned and have a blessed